Hey guys, Mike from MacDonald.com here. And one common question I get a lot is, does the traffic source really matter when you're marketing your business? And so in today's video, I'm going to cover, what traffic sources are the best, what you should focus on, paid ads or organic traffic, and what's the best route to really market your business. So I'll answer those questions in today's video, so stay tuned. So one thing right off the bat to really understand is that when you're marketing your business, when you market to everyone, you're really marketing to no one. And so one thing that I find a lot of new business owners, online marketers, home business owners tend to struggle with is that they have the mindset that they need to really convince and pitch everyone rather than actually having very targeted traffic. And so one thing to understand, there's a lot of different options out there, especially if you're looking for free traffic, right? There's a lot of things out there where it's like share for share, or people will be like follow for follow or sub for sub, on your YouTube channels or various platforms out there. Or, I know there's different other traffic sources where it's kind of like you spend money and then people will comment on your posts or visit your website based on how many points that you have. And something to really keep in mind is that if you're going to use platforms like that, or using the mindset of like sub for sub or follow for follow, that can certainly bring in new subs, new followers, new traffic for your business and for your website. But typically it's very poor traffic, right? It's not people that are actually in your target market, in your niche. People aren't really interested. They're just kind of like, I'll show you mine if you show me yours kind of thing, right? And so it doesn't really do a whole lot because you're just kind of trying to contribute to visiting that site or following that person to get your own sub. Like, you really don't really have any interest in what the content really is. And so on various platforms like that, it could certainly bring in traffic, but a much better way to actually utilize sites like that is kind of more to boost social proof and social engagement. So again, depending on what kind of platform it is, it might have a comment option where people can comment on your videos in exchange for commenting on theirs, or like your videos in exchange for liking theirs, various things like that, because that actually can increase social proof on your content versus just like viewing your content, right? I guess YouTube could matter. If you have a lot of views on your video, it could give social proof. But when it's going to like a sales page or an opt-in page or visiting your website, this traffic is super untargeted and it's not in your niche. It's not, really interested in actually what you have to offer. So I would kind of avoid those unless you're trying to use them for social proof purposes. Another thing to really understand when it comes to traffic is that more traffic doesn't necessarily mean more sales. I think a lot of marketers out there struggle with this, and especially if they're brand new, they think that if they just get a ton of traffic to their sales page, to their replicated, network marketing site, their replicated affiliate marketing site, that they're just going to miraculously bring in a ton of sales. And that's not really the case, because it's the same idea where if you're in pitch mode, buy my stuff, check out my link, more often than not, people aren't going to buy because they don't have a relationship with you. There's not really any value there up front if you're just directly sending somebody to a sales page. I'll get to a much better strategy to actually use in regards to this, but something to keep in mind is that typically more traffic does not necessarily lead to more sales, and often you don't have a traffic problem, you have a conversion problem. There's not a system in place that will build that relationship, that will kind of bring that traffic on a journey, turning them from, a cold lead, a cold visitor to your site into an active buyer of your products and of your services. So something to keep in mind, that quality traffic is much better than just massive amounts of traffic. Obviously a combo of both is good, when you can have massive traffic that is quality. I'll get to some strategies on how you can do that, but just keep in mind that more traffic does not always equal more sales. A big foundation with this idea and concept as well is that you need to know your niche and know your target market. Back to the idea that marketing to everyone is really marketing to no one is really the key foundation to success in marketing your business offline and online. Because again, when you're targeting the wrong people, it doesn't really do anything. Imagine promoting your meat market at a vegan restaurant. It's probably not going to go over very well, right? Because that's not targeted traffic. But if you had the mindset, if I just throw it out there and I try and convince everyone I'm going to be successful, again, you're marketing in the wrong place. Those people don't actually care about your meat market. They don't even eat meat. So you're in the wrong territory, right? So it's the same idea when it comes to your business and knowing your niche, because when you know your niche's pain points, their needs, their wants, their goals, common questions that they have, where they hang out, what they like to do, it helps you target much more effectively the people that are actually looking for what you have and that you can provide that solution to, right? One thing that I find, again, a lot of people struggle with marketing their business is they feel that they need to convince everyone, even those that aren't interested or aren't open to their opportunity or open to their product and service, that they have to, change their mind and get them to buy, that's what sales is. And that's not really the case, right? You actually are looking for people that are interested and open to what you have and have some type of problem or goal or result that you can help them achieve through your products, your services, your offers, right? That's the foundation to sales. And that's how you do it successfully, is when you focus in on that. So with that in mind, when it comes to promoting your business and marketing your business, a much better strategy than sending them directly to a sales page is actually creating a lead magnet, which is basically something of value that you're going to exchange for your target market's name, email, and phone number. And so when this happens, you can actually add them to your email list. And this is a very powerful strategy, because typically what happens if you're in affiliate marketing or a traditional business or whatever the case might be, if you're just sending traffic to your website, to a sales page, most people aren't going to buy immediately. And if they don't, typically they're not going to ever return to your site again. And so ideally what you want to do is send that traffic to like a capture page or some type of content that provides value first and starts to develop that relationship. And then you lead them to a sales page. Or again, if it's just content like a YouTube video or a blog post, then you direct them to becoming a lead and joining your email list, gathering their information. Because once you have their information, you can actually continue to remarket to those people on an ongoing basis. Because again, most people don't buy immediately. They're going to need multiple exposures of your business. If it's a one-time visitor, one-time traffic boost to your site, if you don't have a way to capture their information, they're gone forever. So setting up capture pages, setting up a sales funnel system, an email autoresponder can really help you get better results. I'm going to actually include a link below this video to a video that I did more about setting up an email marketing system, and I'll also include a link of one of the email marketing systems that I recommend, so you can definitely check that out below the video as well. But again, once you have a funnel in place, you've got a sales funnel system where you're gathering their information, you've created a lead magnet, something of value that you're giving away. Maybe it's an ebook, it's a PDF guide, a video series, an audio training, a free sample, right? Whatever the case might be, you give that away in exchange for their name and email. Now they're going to be added to your email list where you can continue to remarket to those people on an ongoing basis. And then also it adds them into your sales funnel system. So, the first step is that lead magnet. The next page is a thank you page where you might offer an additional course or an additional product. And then when they buy that, you could upsell to something even larger, a more premium option that they can buy and get started with. So there's a lot of options to grow your business with that as well. So if you don't yet have a specific website or sales funnel system in place, I'll also put a link in the description below to one that I recommend that you could set up to start growing your business. But this is actually really one of the best ways to generate traffic for your business, because it's highly targeted once you generate a lead, they're on your email list, right? So every time you create a piece of content, something valuable, you can send out to them, drive them back to your website, to your blog posts, your YouTube videos, your offers, right? And again, this is a super highly targeted lead that's going back to something that you know that you can help them with, right? They wouldn't have opted in for your free giveaway or your lead magnet if they weren't in your niche. It just wouldn't really make any sense, right? So if you're offering, a workout guide on losing weight, if somebody didn't need to lose weight, there's probably a very low probability they're going to opt in to try and download that, right? So again, when you've built this list up, you can remarket to them, send them back to your value-based content, and that's some of the best traffic you can drive to your websites, to your sales page, to your business. On top of that, once you've generated that lead once, driving traffic back to your offers is a free traffic source, right? You have the little overhead of the email autoresponder, which isn't really, anything crazy by any means, but beyond that, you just spend a few minutes writing an email, you can drive traffic back to that website, back to that sales page over and over and over again. That's highly targeted, and that's free moving forward, which is really awesome. And then again, that kind of jumps into the next aspect of what are some different options, right? Free strategies, paid strategies. What's a better form of traffic? Well, that direct referral traffic is definitely a great option to do. So for sure, set up that foundation of an email autoresponder and a sales funnel system to start driving traffic to your business in that manner. But on top of that, let's look at free traffic, right? Something to keep in mind is that free traffic isn't really free, right? Maybe that blows your mind, I don't know, but you're going to sacrifice time, effort, and energy to get that free traffic, right? So, YouTube video marketing is a great example. It's a great free traffic source, but it takes time to create those videos, right? To put them out there, to optimize the videos, create the thumbnails, set that up. That's a free strategy, but it takes time and energy to do that. It's one of the most powerful free strategies, so I think you should definitely do it, but it's not necessarily free because it costs you time, energy, and effort to set that up. Same thing with blog posting or posting on social media. Certainly you can automate different things to some degree, but you still need to create that foundational content that you're driving people back to. Now again, this is one of the best resources out there and a great way to grow your business throughout social media and the online space, right? But it's still not free. It takes time. So just keep that in mind, that you might be spending a lot of time creating and promoting that content on a free basis, and at the same time, it is good quality traffic, but sometimes it's not always the most targeted, because when you put stuff out on social media, unless you've really honed in on your audience that you're building, it might not necessarily be 100% targeted to your business, right? So that kind of comes into the paid advertising side of things and why that's beneficial, because it's kind of like putting fuel on the fire, right? So you've created the content, the foundation to begin with, the blog post, the value-based content. It's like the kindling on the fire, right? You've built it up. It's starting to smoke a little bit. There's some fire coming up, right? It's starting to build. But advertising can really pour gasoline on the fire and make it explode. And so again, something to keep in mind is that your goal with advertising isn't to really spend the least amount of possible. It's actually wanting to be able to spend the most amount as possible, right? I mean, imagine if you could put $1 in and get $3 back. Would you ever stop putting dollars in? No, you wouldn't, right? Because it's like a money vending machine at that point. So obviously it takes time to get to that point. That's certainly not an overnight thing, but advertising can be a great way to market and expand your business. But typically where I find when it comes to traffic generation and building their business, a lot of times people jump into advertising way too soon because, again, they think they have a traffic problem, but they really have a conversion problem. So throwing advertising dollars at it to drive traffic to something that isn't going to convert and lead to sales and signups is just wasting your money, right? So typically I recommend people go into advertising when they are making sales and signups. They're actually getting results in their business on the organic end, and then they throw advertising dollars onto that to increase the results, to get even better results long term and faster, right? So that creates a scalable business versus, just throwing money at something that isn't going to convert. So some advantages to paid advertising. Once you've learned your ratios, you understand the conversion rates of your business, you can make it profitable, right? So you can spend dollars in and make more money than you're actually spending, making it worthwhile. But if until the point you're actually getting conversions and making sales, I wouldn't necessarily jump into the advertising end, because there's a learning curve with that as well. So if you haven't gone through your basic free organic learning curve and are getting results, throwing more dollars in advertising is just going to combine both that learning curve and then also the advertising learning curve. You're going to spend a lot more money that you need to. But again, advertising can be a great way to get very targeted traffic and become very profitable when you master it in your business. Now, again, hopefully you guys got some benefit and value out of this video on some different traffic sources you can use, both free and paid, and some foundations to get good quality traffic to your business. So overall, again, yes, the source does matter where the traffic comes from, because if you're marketing to everyone, you're really marketing to no one. So make sure you're highly targeted with your niche, with your target market, and you focus on value first to grow your business most effectively. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in, but also let me know in the comments below if you've got some other traffic sources that you like, that you recommend, that you found to work well in your business. I'd love to hear your answers below in the comments, so definitely drop those below. And then also feel free to subscribe to my channel here if you haven't yet, and turn on the bell notifications to get more tips and training to help you grow a profitable business from home. And if you don't yet have a business, maybe you're looking to start another income stream, or you're not sure really where to begin, there's actually a training below this video to teach you how to actually build a profitable business from home. So definitely click on the link below this video, or again, you can head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/success. Again, that's coachmikemcdonald.com/success, or hit up the link below this video as well. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.